one puff pastry. And we're just rolling it out onto our sheet pan. And we're gonna keep that parchment paper that it comes on. Now that our puff pastry is rolled out, I'm gonna kind of move it to the side a little bit and grab my knife, and we're gonna go ahead and cut some slits into our puff pastry just like so. We're gonna do this right along the entire puff pastry on both sides, super quick and easy. All right, so we just did the same thing on both sides of our puff pastry. Now it's time to get this nice and filled. I have here some Philadelphia no-bake cheesecake. If you can't find this, you can make your own, or you can get the Jell-O no-bake cheesecake. And as you can see, we already dug into this, so I know it's delicious. And we are gonna add this nice layer right on top of the center of our puff pastry. We don't need too much, because if we overflow it, it will not be as pretty as we want it to be. But we're just getting this right in the center, spreading it thinly so that we get a good layer of that delicious no-bake cheesecake. Now I'm gonna come in with my cherry pie filling. I absolutely love this pie filling. And we're gonna go ahead and add a few scoops of this pie filling right on top of our cheesecake. Now you can use whatever pie filling you like. You can do an apple for fall time. You can do, some blueberries if that's your favorite. But I thought cherries would be great for every holiday in between. Okay. That looks great. Just like the cheesecake, we don't want to add too much and have it overflowing. So we're going to bring back our same spatula and just kind of flatten that on top of our cheesecake. Oh yeah, those cherries are just going to burst in our mouth and be so yummy. Okay, beautiful. Now it's time for the fun part. We're going to grab our little puff pastry slivers and we're going to just fold them in just like this. And we're gonna do opposite sides so that we get a beautiful braid on top of our cheesecake and our cherries. Okay, let's quickly do this so we can pop it in the oven. All right, we're just gonna finish up our last two braids, just like so. Beautiful. Now, before we pop this in the oven, I'm gonna grab one egg and we're gonna go ahead and get that right into our little bowl. We're gonna scramble our egg with our brush so that we can do a quick egg wash on our beautiful cheesecake cherry puff pastry braid. Oh my goodness. So this is our last ingredient. Like I said, there's 4 ingredients: the puff pastry, the cheesecake, and the cherry pie filling, and then lastly, the egg wash. Oh my goodness. And honestly, if you don't have an egg, you can skip this part, but the egg wash is just gonna make it nice and brown and golden and exactly what we want it to look like. Oh, I'm so excited.
You could also do a butter wash too.
Yeah, you could do a butter wash or even a milk wash. Whatever you have, you can use that. It's not that, particular. All right, and this is ready for the oven. My oven is set to 350, and this is gonna bake for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, I just added 1 bag of my frozen blueberries to my bun pan. Now I'm coming in with my Pillsbury biscuit grands. Open these up, and we are gonna grab our biscuits, grab some scissors, and we're gonna cut them once, twice, just like so, and let our pieces fall right into our bun pan. This is gonna be such an easy and delicious dessert. If you love blueberries, if you love sweet pies or anything like that, you will love this dessert. You could switch up the fruit too. You could do some frozen strawberries, some frozen raspberries, a triple berry blend, whatever you like, you could use that. But we're just gonna fill this up super quick so that we can get a nice full bun pan of these delicious Pillsbury biscuits. Oh my.
Yum.
All right, so this is my 12th biscuit. We used 1.5 cans of the Pillsbury biscuits and we are popping it right in there. Look how full and beautiful that looks. We're instantly gonna come in with some melted butter. This is 2 sticks of melted butter. And with that melted butter, we're gonna add some light brown sugar. Woo! I am a little messy today, but that's okay. A little mess never hurt anyone, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you're not making a mess in the kitchen.
You're not doing it right. So we added 1.5 cups of our brown sugar in there. Last thing we're gonna add to this mixture is some vanilla extract, and I'm just gonna use the little cap and do 2 teaspoons of vanilla right into our measuring cup. We're gonna give this a good whisk. This mixture is gonna go so beautifully with those biscuits and those blueberries. It's just gonna be so sweet. It's gonna be almost like a monkey bread, but better because we have those blueberries on those. The juices are just gonna come out so nicely and just fall right onto those biscuits as they cook. Okay, let's really get this blended together, get some arm strength in here. We want a nice thick mixture. Okay, this looks ready.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Exactly. Okay, we're gonna bring in our bundt pan and we're gonna drizzle our mixture right on top of those biscuits. And as it bakes, that mixture is just gonna fall between those biscuits and make this the most delicious dessert you've ever had. Okay, I might have overmade my mixture. I only used about 3/4 of it, but this is ready for the oven. Give it a little shimmy. My oven is set to 350 and this is gonna bake for 45 minutes. All right, so we are starting off with 2 cans of our sweetened condensed milk in our 13 by 9. Let's go ahead and empty these out. All right, that's all in our 13 by 9. Now I'm bringing in my limeade concentrate, and we are gonna use half of our melted concentrate, which is 3/4 a cup, 6 ounces. Perfect. Now you can use whatever concentrate you like, but limeade is my absolute favorite. And we're just putting that with our sweetened condensed milk in our 9 by 13. Delicious. Next, I'm coming in with some sour cream and we're gonna add 1/4 a cup of sour cream right in there. I know this seems a little bit strange, but trust me, it's gonna be delicious. It's one of my favorite desserts. Now I'm gonna grab my lime and we're gonna add a little bit of lime zest into our 9 by 13. Now you can just eyeball how much you put in this. I kind of just like to get some nice good color in there, a nice little pop of flavor. This is gonna be a super sweet and super yummy dessert. I absolutely love lime flavors. Now, like I said, this is gonna be a super sweet dessert. So to counteract all that sweetness, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Just a pinch of salt will go beautifully with this dessert. I'm gonna grab my whisk and it is time to mix everything together. We have that limeade concentrate, that sweetened condensed milk, the sour cream, the lime zest, and look how beautiful this is coming together. We want like a nice thicker mixture. All right, now that is perfectly blended together. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move this to the side, and I have here 1 stick of melted butter already in my medium-sized bowl, and we're gonna add our white cake mix right into our bowl. I usually prefer vanilla cake mix, but they didn't have any vanilla cake mix at the store, so we're opting for the white cake mix. But you could honestly use whatever cake mix you like, a yellow, a butter pecan, whatever you think will go with lime. I think that white and vanilla are our best options for that lime. And we're just kind of mixing that cake mix in with that melted butter. It should be kind of like a crumbly texture once it's fully mixed. Oh yeah, I cannot wait for this super delicious lime dessert. All right, and this is what we're going for. We got a nice little crumble, and we're gonna bring back our 9 by 13 with that delicious lime dessert, and we are gonna sprinkle our crumbles right on top of our dessert. So this is a key lime dump cake. Yep, you dump it all in the pan, give it a quick little mix, and you have a delicious key lime dessert. It's better than key lime pie if you ask me. It's easier to make, and everyone that I've ever made this for thinks it's so tasty. So we just need to get a nice little crumble on there. This is gonna be nice and crispy on top of that delicious key lime sweet condensed milk mixture. All right, now this is ready for the oven. My oven is set to 375 and it's gonna be in there for 45 minutes. All right, now that we have our strawberry slices laid out on our greased 9x13, I'm gonna bring in my 6-ounce box of strawberry jello, and we're gonna sprinkle that right over our strawberries. We're gonna use this whole box. This is gonna make such a delicious and easy strawberry dessert. This dessert is such a crowd pleaser, and I think your family will love it. Okay, beautiful. Next, I'm coming in with my mini marshmallows, and this is the 10 ounces, and we're just gonna sprinkle that right on top of those strawberries and that jello. Now, it's so important that you grease your pan with this dessert because we do not want it to stick. Let's get this whole entire bag on there and then spread it out from edge to edge. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to get this in the oven. We're gonna just put this to the side and bring in a medium bowl and a whisk. And inside our bowl, we're gonna add our box of vanilla cake mix. You can do white, you can do yellow, but I love the vanilla for this because I think vanilla and strawberry go beautifully together. And we're just gonna follow those box instructions. So I'm gonna add 3 eggs right in our bowl, 1 cup of water with our eggs, and then 1/3 a cup of vegetable oil. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna give this a good mix until it is well combined. All right, that looks absolutely perfect. Go ahead and remove our whisk. We don't need that anymore. And let's bring back our strawberry lined Pyrex. And it is time to pour this right over. I'm gonna make sure it's nicely evenly distributed. Okay. Kind of smooth that out the best we can without messing with those marshmallows too much, but we do want to get it to edge. I hate how they changed the ounces of the cake mix, so all my recipes are a little wonky because of that. All right, my oven is set to 350, and this is gonna bake for about 40 minutes. Oh my, this looks absolutely delicious, you guys. Okay, we have one last thing we're gonna add, and that's some powdered sugar. That's just gonna make it look extra beautiful. So we're just gonna do a nice little sprinkle on top of the whole entire thing. Oh, looks so good, right, babe?
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to devour this whole thing.
Okay, I think that's plenty of powdered sugar. I have here my little perfectly sized cutting board. So now we just gotta transfer it, and good thing we kept it on this parchment paper. It should be relatively easy to transfer. Look at that.
Oh, that was way easier than I anticipated.
I'm just gonna scoot it over a little bit. And then it's time to dig in. All right, and I'm just going to cut myself a beautiful piece. Take a look at this. Oh my, and look at that cheesecake oozing out.
Oh, yum.
Okay, time to dig in. Oh my, look how golden and beautiful that looks. I cannot wait to flip this over. We got our round platter here. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of scared, but I think it's gonna be okay.
You just didn't even count down. You just did it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I love your authenticity.
Let's get this out of the way. We don't need it anymore. Oh my gosh, it's starting to drip that blueberry goodness.
It's gooping.
It's gooping. All right, so if you let it sit in the pan a little longer than I did, the juice will start to thicken up and you won't get this splurge. But you guys know I'm impatient. I can't wait. So let's go ahead and dig in. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, the biscuits are perfectly cooked. Oh yeah, the sweet blueberry, the sweet biscuits. This is about to be divine.
You really outdid yourself this time.
Oh yeah. I've never had anything so delicious. Ugh, this is great, you guys. You have to try it. All right, you guys. Our key lime pie dump cake is ready. Oh my, it smells so incredible, you guys. I cannot wait to give this a try. Okay. Time to scoop it out. Oh, the crumble, the condensed milk, the everything. And then of course, every good dessert needs a little whipped cream. Ooh, extra creamy whipped cream. Doesn't get any better than this. Probably should have shook it up a little bit more, but you know what? This is gonna be good. Oh my goodness. Wow. Tart, sweet, salty. That is really good. All right, you guys, took this out of the oven and I let it chill for about 15 minutes. It is time now to flip it out of our pan.
We're flipping this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look at it. Oh, perfect.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. We lost a few strawberries, but it looks absolutely delicious. So it's time to cut a slice. Butter knife is always the best for cutting cake.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's good tech.
Look at that. Oh my. Looks absolutely incredible. Now, personally, I'm gonna do this with a little Ready Whip. Like I said, you don't need any whipped cream or frosting for this, but it always makes things better. All right, let's give it a try. Strawberry upside down cake.
Is it good?
Oh my, wow. It's incredible.